Danielle Marins. We had to push off a guest last hour. Let's give her a few minutes to come back in and talk about the Texas abortion fight. Take it away.
That's absolutely right, David. We're talking with Nancy L. Cohen. She is the author of Delirium, The Politics of Sex in America. Nancy, thanks so much for joining us. We haven't gotten her just yet, but looks like we're getting her in a second. But, David, it's interesting. I think that one of the things that I think some people don't understand about the fight in Texas is that this is not just about late-term abortion. This is about a concerted effort to demonize all kinds of abortion and all kinds of abortion rights, and, of course, through the regulations on those clinics to make it impossible for people in parts of the state of Texas to get abortions. Nancy, thanks so much for joining us on Take Action News.
Oh, thanks for having me. Good to be here.
So briefly for a couple minutes, and then maybe we'll get a chance to talk just a little bit later on, and I'm sorry for some of the difficulties we've been having. But what I think some people are thinking, well, late-term abortion, I thought that was illegal in many places, and it's illegal in many countries that are considered more progressive than the United States. Why not in Texas? Why not in North Carolina?
Well, that's a good question. So there are two issues here. One is what actually happens in abortions between 20 weeks and 25 weeks at viability, and the other is what these bills really do. So let's talk about what these bills really do. They know it's kind of one of the stealth tactics of the Republicans to know that people are uncomfortable with late-term abortion. So they lard these late-term abortion laws with all these regulations ostensibly to protect women's health, but are really going to hurt women's health, that will have the effect of shutting down most of the abortion providers in these states. So, the abortion rights movement is calling these trap laws because they're a trap designed to trap providers and trap women who are desperate. There was a story this week in Business Week about how women are going to flea markets along the border of Texas to buy unregulated abortion pills, where there are incredible complications from this. So anyway, when you get to the question of late-term abortions, though, 1%, 2%, 3% of abortions happen that late, and they are almost entirely for reasons of these serious health dangers to the mother, the life of the mother, or very, very serious fetal defects.
I think Nancy, just one of the things that people are also wondering, and I think you make the point very well about sort of the incidence of these late-term abortions is well, okay, new safety regulations, you have to have certain kind of a medical facility status now to become an abortion clinic. Just briefly, in the minute that we have left here, what's wrong with that? Some would say safety. That sounds great.
So the safety, first of all, late-term abortions are not happening in these clinics. Those are happening in specialized clinics that already have, that are really surgical clinics. But basically, they're requiring higher standards for you to take a pill than to go to your dentist's office and have, your teeth clean or have oral surgery. So the regulations are completely out of line with what's needed. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists has condemned it. Virtually every medical expert has condemned these as unnecessary regulations.
Well, Nancy, I think it's such a great point, and that's why we're continuing the fight to stand with Texas women despite sort of losing this one battle. Hopefully, I think we will win this war. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing that information with us, if albeit unfortunately so briefly.
Okay, thank you, David.
We pause now for syndicated stations to join us. You're listening to Take Action News.